I'm trying to Sana? Yes, so Asava. So I'm just getting this one started. So habari yenu wote. I'm very happy na furaha kuwaona. Yes. So tumekuwa na juzi, the day before yesterday. It's called juzi. Then Sana tumeongea kidogo and who else? This ndio amefika sasa. So yeah. So nafuraha kuwaona wote. Yes, I'm very, very happy to see you all. Yes. So how have you been? Mmekuaje lakini?
Nzuri.
Maybe naweza jisahau and speak a lot of Swahili, you know. I've been like non-stop. My niece has been like, Uncle, can you teach me a little bit of Swahili? Then, you know, you tell her a few Swahili words and she's like, oh, I can speak Swahili, you know, 5 years. So very happy. So, naweza jipata naongea Kiswahili kingi. Na Kiswahili kingi, always remember that you can stop me and tell me, dude, chill, we don't understand. Yes, what did you say? Yes, kumbukeni hivyo. So, kama ilivyo desturi, like it's like usual or custom, hapa tutajitambulisha. We will introduce ourselves. Sawa? And sijui nani ataanza. Who will start? Nani atajitambulisha kwanza?
I can go if you want.
Sawa?
Jambo. Jina langu ni Sana. Ninaishi Canada. Na mimi ni mwanafunzi. Hobby zangu ni kukimbia nje. Na ninasoma did I write this one? Ninasoma historia ya sanaa. Yes.
Okay. Umemaliza? Yes, you just, you know, when you finish, you're like finishing like, bado unataka kusema kitu. But it's okay. Asante sana. So it's good. Yes. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Shida. Yes. Your name, it's always interesting, you know. I cannot say that double name. Asante sana sana. Oh, hey. But I love that name. Yes. So, Jed, please. Nani ataenda? Next.
Marieni wote. Mambo Liz.
Poa. Mambo poa. Nashukuru.
Mambo sana.
Mambo.
Umekuaje? Ya, jina langu ni Jay. Natoka Afrika Kusini. Mimi ni mwanafunzi wa Kiswahili. Ni mchungaji na wizara ya Yes Grace. Lakini nilikuwa mkurugenzi kwenye hiyo wizara. Hobby zangu ni kupika, kucheza mpira wa meza, kuruka, yeah. Ndio, asante.
Safi kabisa. Nitasema sambamba. You know sambamba. Sambamba inamaanisha parallel in Swahili, lakini kwa matumizi ya mazungumzo sambamba means like just clear, it's good. Yes, iko tu sawa kabisa. Yes, as smooth as possible. Yes. These, last but not the least.
So Jed said the word chingachi. What's chingachi?
Mchungaji.
Ichungaji?
Mchungaji. Mchungaji can mean two things, but mchungaji means, let's see, it can mean like a pastor, you know pastor? Pastor. Yes, like in the church. It can also mean priest, depending with the context. Although priest, it's more of padre, because it's borrowed from Portuguese, Swahili. So we can say padre also in Swahili. Yes, it means that. Then also it can mean like a shepherd, you know, like the one who takes care of the goats, the sheep, shepherd. So that is actually where it comes from, because you can find that in Swahili, the reason why we call like a pastor or a priest mchungaji, it's because he is, you know, guiding the children of the God, you know? Yes, Mungu amemwamuru aongoze watoto wake. Yes, so that's why namuita mchungaji.
So Jed, una mchungaji? Are you a pastor?
Ndio.
Oh, okay. Asante. Okay. Jina langu ni Liz. Ninaishi ni Arizona. Lakini leo ni inatoka Seattle. Is that right?
Yes. Unatoka ama uko?
Unatoka Amuko?
No. If you are still there, you say Nico.
Nico. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And Nina Muguzi. And ninapenda kupika, safiri. Yeah.
Oh, sawa. Yes. So safi kabisa, asante. Yes. So pia mimi kwa wale, maybe you know some people, I found that some people are looking at this stuff later, and one of the persons mwenye alikuwa aniangalia akaniuliza, dude, you did not introduce yourself. Who are you? And I'm like, so it's good. So nitajitambulisha pia. So nitasema jina langu ni Amwell. Okay. Naishi Mombasa. Mimi ni mwanafunzi pia. I'm a student kwenye chuo kikuu cha kiufundi cha Mombasa, which means Technical University of Mombasa. What else? Napenda kusikiliza muziki, kufundisha, kuogelea. Yes. So huyo ni mimi. So my name is Amwell. I'm a student at Technical University of Mombasa. I live in Mombasa, of course. I love teaching, you know, listening to music and swimming. Yes. So Jed naona ananiambia pia yuanywa chai. So we were with Sana when I was making this. Yes.
Ninaona
Yes.
ona wewe.
Yes, niko na kikombe kizuri kikubwa cha chai. So najua nchi nyingi ambazo ziko na influence kutoka kwa British huwa tunakunywa chai. Yes. Afrika Kusini, Kenya, Uganda, alafu unakutana na watu toka Canada na Amerika. Hakuna chai, kahawa. Sijui kahawa itawapeleka wapi.
Kuna kahewa.
Yes. Yes, watu kutoka tuseme Amerika kaskazini, like North America, wanapenda sana kahawa kuliko chai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Is
Kusawa.
Is Pia in the sentence that Jay wrote, is Pia also?
Yes, it means also or two. It can mean like that. So two with a double O. Two, yes. Also
Yeah.
or two, depending. For example, there's this song. Don't worry, I don't know if this and Jet can relate to this, but there's one amazing lady called Arin. So Arin, and another musician called Waire in Kenya. So go and find this song. It's called Nakupenda Pia. She is from Jamaica and she sings in Swahili. It's English and Swahili. Very good song. It's called Nakupenda Pia, which means I love you too. Yes. Yes. So because you just find like depending with the usage, sometimes it may mean also, it may mean too, depending with the use. Yes. But in this case, like nakupenda pia means I love you too. Yes. Sawa.
Asante sana.
Karibu. Okay. So najua imekuwa muda. It has been a moment. We have not done this for almost 2-3 weeks. Yes, I don't know. Can we remember this one? So last time we checked about classification of nouns. I know they were like mouthful. And if you don't remember them, you can always, the good thing, the reason why we record them, you can always defer to them. So the reason why I've not posted like new materials for my Patreon, it's because this topic, the one that we are tackling, I was supposed to tackle it, but I already tackled it a little bit on the other side, but bado. These hawajaniuliza maswali, you have not asked me question about that. But tutaiangalia here so that from there we just go back to the normal scheduling, because this topic, I know it's big, about subject, prefix, and agreement, okay? So I remember Sana and a few questions, but we can say subject and agreements, they depend with which cluster you are talking about. Like for example, when we have the class Mwa, the first class of the human beings and animals, of course, it will have a different prefix, different from, different from the class of kiwi, like objects, like the knives, the chairs, and this. It will have also different prefix with the class, maybe jima, with the class mimi for trees and plants. So each class has its own way. But I would say like the class mwa, it's a little bit different because remember that mwa, we are referring to like, like 3 small classes, first person, second person, and third person, So you can see that. So which means like sometimes this thing may change, so it may change a little bit. So when you try to check about it, so you can see here we have the then we have the first person, which is always represented by a ni. We have a second person represented by a u. We have that person represented by a. Then plural version, we have the 2 for first person, e for the second person, and wa for the third person. Sawa? Then we have the negations for that. So negations, I think I did the negations for this specific class. This class should not be a very big problem. When I did any personal pronouns, I think when I did the personal pronouns, this class should not be a very big problem. So yes, so if you're having problem with this specific class, just remind me and I can give you a recap of this specific first class, the MUA class. Sawa? Then now we will go to, yes, the second class, the MUMI. So, do you remember MUMI? MUMI was which class? Yes? Sana, Liz, Jeff. MUMI was which class?
For plants, like trees and plants.
Yes.
Is it that one?
Yes, so now what we do, I know that this is a table, but also remember that we are just doing a recap because we already looked at that one. So you already said it's plant. So now is a job. You make a sentence using a plant or a tree, okay? Maybe in singular. Then you can try to negate that sentence. Just use singular, one of you. Then the other one make up to that. This you're muted somehow. I don't know. I can't see.
So you're wanting a sentence
Yes.
so like something like very simple like nti ni refu,
Yeah.
right?
No. Mrefu, it's an adjective. I just need with a verb, like noun and a verb. Okay. SVO, you know, SVO, subject, verb, object. Okay. Like for example, you can say, mti umeanguka. You know?
Okay.
Yes. Mti umeanguka. Everybody knows what is kuanguka, right?
To fall, right?
Yes. Mti umeanguka. I know the me. Everybody is comfortable with the tenses, right?
Yeah.
Sana, you are okay with
Yeah.
the tenses?
Yep.
Okay. So and also if you find that you know, like the tenses sometimes you find them a little bit confusing, don't worry about them. So you can always tell me and we can do a little bit of, you know, a recap on those later though. So mti umeanguka. So I'm just showing you an example. So which means this is like the, you know, the kinishi, the positive. What about the negation? So we can say mti. So if you check there on the singular, so you see like we have the affirmative, the umeanguka. So when I negate, I'll say mti auja. Okay? Auja anguka. Okay? So this one goes way back to the tenses because when we are talking about the me, anytime we are talking about the me, also a ja comes there. Yes, Sana.
Why is it u and not just u? Or did I just read it wrong? Wait, hold on.
Ha.
Yeah, why is
ha.
it? Sorry, how?
Yes, okay. So the moment you see an HA in Swahili at the beginning of any string of verbs, it means it's a negation. So either when you see an HA or you see like in first person, like singular, you see a C at the beginning of any
Yes, right.
beginning of any like this, it always means it's a negation. So you can see like we have negative subject prefixes. You can see them. So now, depending with what you're talking about. So now the reason why we have the HA, then we have the U. So the HA shows the negation, the U shows the class. So we did not like drop the class, we just added an HA to show still we have the class and somebody knows, because like, for example, if I was to drop like the mti and I'm left with the subject and the verb, it will be haujaanguka. You know, maybe in that context, instead of repeating myself, then I'm like, mti umeanguka, then I'll tell you haujaanguka. Then somebody just came in and they did not know what did not fall. But the good thing with Swahili, when somebody says haujaanguka, actually I'll know object which I can look at and determine what objects they are talking about, because there are very few in that class, and I can be like, because if it's a person, we can say hajaanguka because it's a person. So hajaanguka. So this one refers to the person. So let's say if we are talking to about something that is in Jima, we can say, let's say in Kivi, we can say akijaanguka in Kivi now. So using the same thing, so the same analogy, you say akijaanguka. So like kiti or kijiko, so we can say akijaanguka. So without the saying about the noun, so you are able to know, it's something that is in this particular class we are talking about. You can see the difference.
Yeah, I figured out why I was confused. That question I want to ask is, why are we using the second person singular and not the third person singular? I think, right? Because u is second person, right? It's you. And why are we using you instead of it?
Yes.
Or, well, I include it for
and
he
also
and she.
Yes. Okay. So the reason why in second person singular we use like let's say like we use hu instead of using an hau. It's because like you have seen even in French or any other language, we have those kind of vowels, because Swahili we say the vowels. It may sound very weird when you are trying to say how, you know, like the two vowels. So now we just dropped like we just dropped the A and we are just left with the U to just show, you know, the cross, but also the H to just show it's a negation, and we are like, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that's why. Yes, because when we have an HAU, like HAU, it may be very difficult to pronounce that thing, you know, because Swahili, yes. So that's why.
Yeah.
I know that one may be a little bit confusing for some people, but when you check like except that class, which is an exception, the rest of the classes, you can see they are agreeing to everything. It's HAHA except the KU, which is kuto, you know?
Okay.
Yes, the rest it's HAHA and the class, like the prefix of that class. So the K, V, E, Z, U, you know, you can see.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Asante.
All right. Okay, I think that's good. Yes, and very good questions, because like at the end of the day, remember that I'm all viewers, and we just need to understand this stuff so that at least by the end of the year, we are speaking Swahili like pros. You can see how Jed speaks better Swahili than I speak with this year. You know, we can speak better Swahili at the end of the year. Yes. Hey, Marina, Mambo. Marina? Unatusikia kweli? Can you hear us, Marina? So, nzuri. Karibu, Marina. So, we are continuing with the class. So, today we are just doing on subject prefixes. So, I don't know if you are able to follow. Yes. Muda mrefu kweli. So, I don't know if you are able to follow the rest of the classes that we did, the session number 10. So we did this one, but we did not finish it up on a very good note. So we are just looking at it so that we can just understand. After we did the noun classes, we are just looking at the subject prefixes. So we were just making a few sentences And I was just giving a few examples and answering some questions. Yes. So these, we were with you. So when we were saying about muti, so you can try to make another sentence and try to negate it. You're muted.
I was just saying, how many things do trees do other than fall?
They
I guess I need another word in that class. Okay, so nche. How do you say grows? Is growing.
That is a very nice one.
I don't know how to say.
You can always cry for air.
I could do what?
You can always cry for air. Sana is here, Jed is here, and Marina too. You can always cry for air.
Yeah, so help. Yes, please help. How do you say to grow? Nche?
Well, it wouldn't be kulima, right? That's not right, is it?
No. Kulima, it's
No.
cultivate.
Oh, okay.
It's almost close to the verb be. If you know the verb to be inside it.
Wow.
Yes, that. So now then, yes, you already said it, please. It's the same, almost same, yes. Only that we don't like the verb to be as a W, but to grow does not have a W. Yes, asante. It's in the chat. Yes, kukua.
So nche nche what? Upenda? No, wait. Ukua? How ukua, right? Nzuri.
That is habitual. Yes, that is habitual though. It means the seedling grows. So the seed, yes, the seedling grows. Although I just needed like not exactly habitual, but it's okay. Yes, the nche kukua. So the seedling grows, but we can say nche. So we can put it in the past perfect. Nche ulikuwa vizuri. Okay, so we can say mche ulikuwa vizuri. So the seedling grew very well. So the seedling, but very nice. Asante sana. The seedling grew, okay, very well. Vizuri. Grew well. Actually, it's well, not very. The seedling grew well. Actually, not very well, because when I say ulikuwa vizuri sana, it's very well, but vizuri means grew well. Yes. So like mche ulikuwa vizuri. You know? Then somebody else, what would be the negation for that? Mche ulikuwa vizuri. Jed, Marina, sana. What would be like the negation for that?
Hujakuwa. Tea hujakuwa.
Hujakuwa, it's for men or the hujakuwa. If I say like mche umekuwa vizuri and I put the negation, ito mche haujakuwa. But now we are talking about the past.
I said hujakuwa. Hujakuwa. It's not growing.
Yes, but when hujakuwa, but this one,
not
it's for
not hujakuwa.
Okay.
Or umekuwa, not hujakuwa.
But you know, the moment you use the ja, it's for the men. I know. So it is always confusing. Don't worry, even for Swahili speakers like myself, it's always confusing. But when the moment you just use a ja, it's for the, ume. So this one has a kuku. If you remember that. It has a double kuku.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you need the, okay. So let's see. So can I help you? So we can say mche. So mche, u, it's a au, ku, vizuri. Because we already have different. This is the nation of mche. Mche ulikuwa vizuri. Okay, so the negation for that. So mche haukukua vizuri, because we are talking about the tense D, past perfect. So past perfect, when we are talking about past perfect, usually it has like double Qs, except for the monosyllabic. Monosyllabic like this. Yes, also haukui. Yeah, okay, better. Yes, also that one you can say it because, yeah, because this one is mostly like using the analogy for like the monosyllabic, and this one is more of like a monosyllabic like verb. Yes, but the wrong form is kukua vizuri, but you can also say mche haukui vizuri. Yes. No, haukui, it's for now. No, it's for now. Yes, mche unakuwa vizuri, mche haukui vizuri. Present. Swahili. Yes. Don't worry. But there, you know, funny enough with Swahili, as I say, like whenever you are not very sure about anything, you can always try to say it first, a little bit even loudly, then you see if it makes sense or it does not make sense. But anyways, so to tend there, so don't worry. This one is just to, you know, get ourselves to identify these things and see if we're able to identify them. Okay? So then we have the plural. So plural, it's miti. So let's say we can use miche and miti, okay? So can somebody give me a plural of this sentence, of a sentence using miti or miche to just make it easy? Somebody? Sana, Ina, Je. Please, this is for something.
Miti ilianguka kwa sababu ya upepo mkali.
So miti ilianguka
kwa sababu ya upepo mkali.
And the negation?
Negation, say miti haikuanguka kwa sababu ya upepo mkali. Haikuanguka.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, iko tu sawa.
Yeah.
Yes, iko tu sawa. Let me put it in the chat. Yes. So everybody can see that.
Sorry, I didn't follow that. Ilianguka. So to fall, it's the verb to fall. Still, right?
Yes, but in plural now. Yes, in plural.
In plural.
Now we are from
yeah.
singular to plural. Ilianguka kwa sababu ya upepo mkali. Upepo means like wind. Mkali means strong wind. Mkali, strong. So strong wind. Yes.
It's just the verb that I'm a bit confused about. So why isn't it why doesn't it begin with any of the prefixes that I'm familiar with? Like why isn't it? It's ili, but where's ili from?
Can you see like
okay,
can you check on the third, let's say like the third last row, we have the me, the plural. Just check the prefix, it's like it's like an I there. Maybe you cannot see it because it's a plural, but it's an I. Then on the side of the negation, it's like IE.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I know. Maybe you cannot see that in like the screen. You have to bring it across the face. But yes, I'll send you this template. You can check it out. Yes. So anguka means to fall down, Marina. Anguka means like something, like even you, if you fall down, we can say like fall. Yes. Anguka fall, to fall down. Okay. So you can use it even if, like, for example, in Kenya, actually not Kenya, Rwanda, the junior exams, like the middle school, the one that they graduate to go to like the high school, the senior high school. So now we can say like the results are out and the kids are supposed to join, I think soon. Yes, I think soon. So now one of my, you know, like kids passed the exam, and we can say like alipita. Pita means like to pass. Pita, okay, pita. So pita, yes, pita means to pass exam. Alipita mtihani. She passed the exam, but what if she fails? We can say ameanguka, ama alianguka. So depending, ameanguka mtihani. So anguka means also to fail. So alianguka mtihani, so which means she, in this case, we are talking about the she, so she failed, okay, the exams. So it can mean to fall down, it can mean to fail, you know, yes. Or even depending with the context, it can mean to let somebody down, you know, depending with how you think, yes. So like, for example, if I ask like, you know, Sana, I ask them, you can say, okay, successful in exam. What's that? Okay, like Peter, Shinda. I don't.
Nina swali.
Yes, yes.
So I can say rafiki yangu hajakuja because amenianguka.
Ameniangusha.
Ameniangusha, okay. Not ameniangusha.
Yes, ameniangusha means like it's more of informal, but meaning that somebody has let you down. Yes, you know? Like, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes. So ameniangusha.
Okay.
So ameniangusha means like somebody has let me down.
Yes,
Marina, there's a lot of verbs which you can describe that thing, like different aspects. I don't know. Which one starts with an S? I don't know. Yes, but I'll find. Once you get it, you can always share with us, and we can try to see. Yes. So yeah. So it's okay. So you can say rafiki yangu ameniangusha sana, which means my friend has let me down. So like any language, you find just, you know, sometimes the context, you know, context depends, like depending with whatever you talk about. But the first instance when you see like the word anguka means like to fall down. But in different contexts, it can mean, you know, fail exams, you know, like for example, ukisema nimeanguka mtihani. Like for example, I went for an interview, you can say nimeanguka interview. But also for failing, you can say nimefeli. So this one is borrowed from English, from fail. You can say nimefeli mtihani, from fail. Feli. So nimefeli mtihani. So if you come across nime, feli, like mtihani, so also that one can borrowed from like English, but you can say nimeanguka mtihani. So yes, or yes. I'm a Peter. And also, okay, as we are talking about Peter for pass, so remember that in Swahili, not everything translates like the way we think in English. For example, if somebody is dead, okay, so if somebody is dead, you cannot use Peter, okay? I know in English you can say they are passed on as a phrase or verb, but in Swahili you cannot say amepita. Okay, so amepita is exclusively used in these instances, but if somebody dies, you just say amefariki. Fariki, so fariki or kufa. Okay, so they have passed on fariki. Sorry. Not farika. Farika different. Fariki, fariki means like fariki means like to pass on. Then kufa means to die. Yes. Yes, Anna. Anna, you're muted.
Okay, is it working? Sorry, it wasn't working earlier.
Yes. So sema sasa,
Okay.
nakusikia. I can.
Okay, so I was wondering about the on this screen on the table, the last 4 rows you have. So I understand the 2 first rows, right? It's for first person singular, so on, so forth. But then these last 4 rows, is it for objects and not people? Is that the difference? Like that's what's confusing me for these prefixes.
No. This is like a different class. So let me show you something here. So no. I have an example. Let me see. No. Let me. Okay. So when we were talking about like the Jima, you remember the class Jima?
Yes.
So let me just go back. Yes, let me just go back. It's good because it's all here. So we just go to the class Jima. Jima should be here. Yes, this one. Okay. So if you see like this one, so you can see Jima. So we have the word like, for example, jicho, which means like the eye. Okay. So you can see we have the ri. Okay. This is the prefix. So the ri shows like, the craft that we have. So like, for example, if say, Dinarangi ya blue. It's understandable. And somebody does not know what we are talking about. Is it an eye? Is it a table or what? They are not sure, but they just know it's something that is in the class of G, ma. So Dinarangi ya blue. Plural, yana. Then we have chungwa. Chungwa, it's an orange. Then you can say Dina yana for plural. Then you can say jiko, Jiko or Sorina Yana. Then when we come to like something to show something like Jumbo Iro, that thing. So we can say like Iro, you see now it also follows the same thing. Jumbo, Mambo, Iro, Ayo, then Gino, Lina, Uma. This is a full French like case of with a verb. Uma means like hurting or hating. So you can say Rina Uma, Rina Uma. So you can see like we have that prefix, which is like whatever I wrote there. So in that table. So we have the class, the Jima, then we have the prefix, which is the prefix for that. Like it always comes like at the beginning of any verb.
Verb, okay.
Like they say, the main verb, yes, the main verb, as long as you are talking about this particular class, it just refers to the class. Yes.
Okay, I think I understand.
Iko sawa? Yes, so now when we go back, let me just go back to now the table. So when you check like, okay. So when you check this table now you see we have the class, now class Jima, and now you can see the Ria. You see? So which means the Ria like just the prefix for that thing. When you have a verb, you just add a tense like this, because we have not even gone to like the subject agreement. So which is like the next topic maybe. Yes, so now with the prefix, like the noun prefix, we have the di, yeah, talking about the class jima. Then we have the negation part, which is it just changes to ari. Then on the plurality, it changes to aya. Yes. So when you see that, it's just outside. Yes, this is just for identification purposes, because, like, for example, in this story, you can see this story, right? So when we are talking about this story, we read it, I think we read this first part. You can see like we have different beings, okay? And also like different words may mean, they may have like more than two meanings, like the way we look like this. And you may find these noun classes are fluctuating from one side to another. So for example, when I come here to like Mjomba, so you may not know the meaning of Mjomba, but when you look at whatever it's following here, you can say Ari. So Ari just means that is a person, okay? Then we come here on the last paragraph, ghafla waliona kitu kigeni angani. So then we can see now we have ilikuwa puto. So puto, which means ilikuwa puto. So puto, baruni, vikiruka. So which means puto is in the class of ui, mumi. So mumi. So mumi, like this, baruni, Linda, which means it's like a jima, ukilinganisha na mandhari ya kijiji. Kijiji is always in Kivi, you know. Walisimama, this is like walisimama, it's a word kwa mtandao. So you find like it just helps you to identify things. So walijipanga, you like walipamba nyumba zao. You just, with time, you just like, it's just for identification purposes, because for example, what if we just talked about something, like for example, we talked about something, and this something, as we talked about it, you find that it was just mentioned in the first sentence, then in the following sentence, we start talking about that thing because of repetition, right? So which means now we continue using the subject prefix, which means that thing may have other elements, but it may be the main subject of that sentence, you know, the following one. Yeah. So, so like this. So it's like interesting because, yeah. So that's why we are just looking at this just for identification. So, yeah. Yes. So, yeah. So I don't know. Does it make sense?
Yes, I'm starting to get more familiar with it. Sorry if everyone else was already familiar with that.
Let me tell you, I'll say like this. In Swahili or any Bantu language, specifically in Swahili Bantu language, and Jed is here, she is my witness. In any Bantu language, not only in Swahili, actually identification of the class of noun, that is the main thing in Swahili. Once you just know the tense, which tense to use, and you know how to identify the group, actually the other vocabulary, the nouns and everything, you come to know them later. But the moment you are able to identify this noun is in this class, that noun is in this class, I may not know the noun, but it's very easy for you the moment you just know, when I get this prefix, it means that I'm talking about, they are talking about something. I'm not sure which class, which thing they are talking about, but also like, for example, somebody tells you, simama vizuri, linakuja, you know? Like, for example, this is like, let me just, simama vizuri, okay? Simama vizuri, linakuja. So, take a guess. What would be the context for that? Yes, what would be the context of this sentence? Do you understand it?
Okay.
Yes, somebody. Just anyway, anyone. Sana, Karina, Jed. So these. So simama vizuri ninakuja.
Simama is
What
stand
would
or
be?
Yeah. Stand.
Simama is to stand or stay or stop. And vizuri is good. And linakuja come. So
we can say like something is coming, all right? But what kind of a thing is coming? Highest probability, because we have a re, okay?
It's in,
We have a re, it means it's in the class of Sima. Yes. So highest probability, it means maybe Sana is playing around in and about, and maybe we were waiting for the bus, and maybe you are like a friend, this person, you know, they may jump, maybe it's a kid, or Sana being playful the way she is, because she is in Tanzania, you know, enjoying life. You may be a friend, she may forget herself and get hit by the bus or by the vehicle. You are just telling her, yo, can you stand up like on the side, you know, on the like very well so that the vehicle can pass or it stops so that we can go aboard. So it may mean like the vehicle. So which means like the context actually in this sentence, I'll say it will just, you know, reduce like the amount of things that you have to think about. Because when somebody tells you Rina Kuja, there's a lot of things that can use that particular noun class. So if I was to change the same thing, for example, we can say simama vizuri, okay? So simama vizuri ana kuja, okay? Yes. So almost the same sentence, but what does that even mean?
I mean, somebody's coming. He is coming.
Yes,
she is coming.
Somebody is coming. Yes.
Right.
She or he or your boss. You inaeleweka sasa. Does that start making sense?
Yeah.
So you
simama vizuri basi litakuja.
Yes, you may not mention the noun, so I just omitted the noun because I just need to explain like this context. Like for example, you know, conversations every day, even in English, I can say it's coming, you know, then you can just, the bus is coming, you know, I don't need to say the bus is coming, but I can say, finally, it's here. Then you're like, Nini, you know, because I just said diko hapa, then you're like, what is diko hapa, you know? But the moment in Swahili, the good thing with Swahili, when I say diko hapa, you just see, oh, diko hapa, which means it's here. And somebody, finally, the bus is here. You know, like that kind of context. I don't need to use the noun a lot, but when you just hear like the subject prefix, you are like, very few things can use that specific. Then you say anakuja. You know, you don't need, maybe you can ask nani, who, you know? Then I'm like, like for example, when we are misbehaving, me and my colleagues in the crowd, in the company, and the boss decides to show up, you know, in our department. So my friend Yvonne comes standing and she's like, yo, kaeni vizuri, anakuja, you know? So kaeni vizuri, anakuja. So anakuja. So what does that mean? He is meaning like, you know, everybody look alive, or, you know, do like pretend you're doing something, the boss is coming or somebody is coming back, you know, and everybody is like, okay. And we start pretending that we have been walking all around, right? So you find like the moment you just understand that kind of concept, you know, you're like, because even when I can say, you ask me, like, for example, you ask me, and where's my chair? You took my chair. Then I can say like tulia. So tulia means like tranquila or chill. Yes, so tulia, so chill or calm down. Tulia kinakuja. Okay, so which means it's a knife or a chair, but something that is in, Vengeri ya kivi, something, depending with the context of whatever we are talking about. So kinakuja. So the noun prefixes, you find they are some are very important in any Bantu language in Swahili. Some are important because they'll exactly try to explain exactly somehow what, even if you don't have the object, but at least you're able to guess the affirmative subject, something. It's in, this class. Yes, then you can minimize whatever and you just look around and you're, you mean that such here? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll say that this. So, tuko pamoja, be together.
Ndio.
Ndio.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that noun classes, especially the prefixes, we need to somehow understand them, because once we understand them, you find that even when we go to like the object, which is like in the middle of the sentence, things will become very interesting, because now it means, like, for example, we can talk about like even two things. Swahili is always complex but interesting, Bantu languages, because from there, Swahili always uses, small things, like you find one word, but it's referring to everything. Like, for example, when I say, ana, ki, data, okay? So this one, that is like where we are going next. So ana, ki, data. So when I say like the object prefix, so the key, ana, ki, data, yes. Okay, so we know that ana, ki, data. So this is like something that we are going to do after this. So which means somebody is bringing something, but this something is in the class of ki, v. So maybe a chair, a knife, a spoon, something, kijiko, kiti, like this, anakideta. We together. So a person bringing something to you. So like, for example, your spoon drops and you're like, yo, mundumu, like waiter, mundumu. So, who do, like a waiter or a service person, somebody to service you, waiter or waitress, waitress, okay? So in Swahili, we say mundumu. So huduma, actually from the word huduma, okay? Service, huduma. Huduma ya kwanza, like first aid. So mundumu, so huduma means like service. Huduma ya kwanza, service, okay? So these are very good words. Huduma ya kwanza. So kwanza, I think these has come across this one, first aid. Yes. So we call it huduma ya kwanza. Yes. First aid, except like especially when you come to paramedic, like in the hospital and somebody got hurt, and before they go to the hospital or they just go to the hospital, the first thing they do, it's like huduma ya kwanza, first aid before they can recognize like the problem, do the CT scans and everything. Yes, huduma ya kwanza. But for example, if I go to like a government office and I'm trying to apply maybe for my birth certificate or a visa or something, and I can say like the service was good, I can say huduma ilikuwa, okay, ilikuwa nzuri. It was a good service, right? Or mbaya, either way. So because government offices, especially here, story for another day. So so huduma ilikuwa nzuri, or you can say huduma ilikuwa mbaya. Yes, it's a double-edged sword. So you can say huduma, it's a service. So now you can say like mundumu, okay? So somebody, like, for example, you talk with the mundumu, like the waiter, and your fork or spoon or knife as foreign, maybe you're eating in a restaurant or you're in a pub or whatever, and you are taking your drinks and your glass for some reason or something, and you're like, hey, Mundung, unaweza nisaidia kijiko kingine or kikombe kingine, you know? Kikombe means like a glass or a cup, you know? And they are like, usijali, tulia, kinakuja, you know? Which means like kikombe, kinakuja. Then also they can tell you, anakileta, you know? Anakileta. So maybe like anaweza kwambia, anakileta, then point at somebody, maybe another waitress or a waiter, and they are like, anakileta. He or she is bringing a replacement for you. So in Swahili, it's always very beautiful because the moment you just understand these small things, you'll be like, amazed at what you can do with them, even without knowing like the verbs. I mean, without knowing like the nouns themselves. So you are able to understand, they are talking about the cup, they are talking about the plates, they are talking about the spoon, which means it falls under this category like this. Inakuwa rahisi. Tuko pamoja? Yes. Kuna swali lolote? Do you have any question up to there?
Na G really have it. Right. I couldn't, nakumbuka jikoni.
Yes. You can make a sentence. Actually, can you make a sentence using G?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. Jikoni, okay, I can say jikoni letu or jikoni lao lianguka kwa sababu ya upepo mkali, lakini jikoni letu alianguka. Is that right?
Yes. Come on. Wewe na upepo mkali.
Now here is the jikoni zao zilianguka. Then jikoni
you can say, okay, so you can correct you a little bit. The sentence iko sawa. So you can say jiko. Jiko like means the kitchen itself. Jikoni means inside there. So you can say jiko lao limeanguka kwa sababu ya upepo mkali. Like one. Jikoni means when you are inside. So for now, you just say.
Now plural now, jiko. What's the plural now? Jiko, I can say jiko zao. So jiko remains jiko. Jiko zao, jiko etu, jiko yao. Oh, what happens? In the plural now, it's jiko zao. That's many kitchens. Is that right?
Okay, yes. So now you just, because like, for example, when like the moment that you just go to jiko now, so now remember that jiko, it's in jima, so which means you say majiko. Okay? Majiko. So that is like yes, so you say majiko yao. Okay, majiko yao yameanguka. Yes, yameanguka kwa sababu, yes, kwa sababu ya upepo. Yes, kwa sababu ya upepo. Okay?
Yeah, I was
yameanguka kwa sababu ya upepo.
I was saying, I know the word, I know, but I couldn't get it. What is it? Jiko?
Actually, I'll say like this. Just think about it like this. The moment you just use like jiko rao, just know by any chance, the plural will just go to ya. You know, like in the prefixes will just go to ya because there's no way they can go to zao, because when you go to zao, that is like you're going to the end class, like the easy, and there's no way.
So this is
so you can say
this is
yes. So,
G. Okay, G. Okay.
Yes, Jima, because we have G. So even if you don't know like this, let's say Jima, it's characteristic by characteristic by not everything, but like for example, Gari does not have a prefix of G, but when it goes to plural, you find Magari, you know? So Jiko, it has this advantage of G, ma, so you just say Jiko, Majiko. Although the G, you find it just directs you. So Jiko, Majiko. And you're like, you see? You see, like Jiko, Majiko, it just goes. Because you already use like the prefix. So Majiko. So it will just go. Actually, some, not all of them, but some of like majority of the nouns, they'll actually help you to know which class they are. They'll just help you. Yes. So yeah, so let's see. We already looked a little bit about Kiwi. So everybody is familiar with Kiwi. Marina?
Yeah.
Yes, so I know that Jed, you're very familiar with Kiwi. I don't know about Marina and Liz. Are you familiar with Kiwi? Like Kisu, Kijiko, Kiti?
Kitabu, vitabu.
Yes, we have many. So
viatu.
Yes, yes. So this is a very familiar class because I already talked about it. So yeah, so Jed, you can make a sentence using one of the plural of Kiwi and maybe the negation. Yes.
Okay. Jana nilinunua kiti lakini wiki iliyopita tulinunua viti kwa shule. So we bought chairs for the school.
You know, that is a little bit viti, yes, I don't agree. I mean, it's good sentence, but remember that now you are like the main subject in that sentence, not the viti. So like you say like to the, you know, so the correct way of saying like that for the chair, you can say tulivinunua viti. Yes. Yeah, tulivinunua. So now we have the viti, it's like the object.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yes, it's the object, and tu is the subject. You know, the prefix becomes the subject. So tulivinunua viti. So the viti is the object. So it's somewhere in the middle there because you bought like a lot of chairs. So tulivinunua viti. But you can say very simple. You can say kitty. So to make it very easy for everybody. So kitty, kili nunuliwa. Okay? So kiti kilinunuliwa. Maybe ulinunua kiti kimoja. So kiti kilinunuliwa wiki. Okay? Wiki iliyopita. You know? So kiti kilinunuliwa wiki iliyopita. Then we have viti, plural, viti, vili, liwa, wiki. Okay, wiki iliyopita. Okay, also wiki can be plural either way. Wiki zilizopita, but we just put it singular for now. So wiki iliyopita. So we can say we just bought many chairs, but last week. So viti vilinunuliwa wiki iliyopita. Tuko sawa. So you can see now we have the V, okay? The prefix and the key for the singular. Tuko pamoja, Liz and Marine. Are we together? Yes. So you're muted, Akin. Sikuski.
Sorry, there's a lot of background noise. So, but so the verb, well, Kiti chair, the verb kili nuliwa. What is that verb?
This is kiwi. You can see it like the first one here on the screen. So we have the ki as the prefix.
The meaning of the verb.
The verb means like it was bought.
Oh, it's the
nunua. The verb nunua. The verb nunua means to buy.
Okay, yeah, nunua, but then why do you have nunuliwa?
Was bought.
Because it was bought by someone. So the wa refers to someone.
Okay.
Yes, kirinunuriwa, because the chair cannot buy itself. But yeah, somehow it was bought by a person, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So, yes. So the kirinunuriwa means like it's in the past, but also the chair did not buy itself. It was bought by someone. So kirinunuriwa.
Okay, I got it.
Yes. So the action was performed on the chair, like the action of being bought. But if we can say in simple like this, so without like wiki Peter, I can say like you can say kitty. Still it will be nunua because at the end of the day, chairs don't buy themselves. They are just bought. So it will be either ninanunua kiti, I'm buying a chair, so which means I'll become the subject. But in this instance, because we needed to make the chair the subject,
the chairs
so
don't
we just
do
say kirinunuriwa.
Right.
Yes, they are just bought and moved from point A to point B. Yes.
Yeah, they don't act on their own. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So kirinunuriwa. So because if I want the chair to remain like the subject of this sentence, I have just to show that it was bought, but it's the subject. So the wa, it just shows, the human as the object or the person who did the action as the subject. But yeah, just like by the way, to just finish up everything. So yes, then the negation of this, we can say kiti kirinunuriwa. Okay, we can say kiti. How do we say that?
Would it be?
Yes.
Akinunuliwa.
Aki. Ku.
Ku?
Yes.
Hakiku nunu. Oh my goodness. Hakiku ni nunuliwa.
Yes. Because like you remember that you remember when I was telling Jed about the same thing when we were talking about Deri in the past, Kidogo, when we were talking about Deri, we talked almost about the same when we were getting started. We talked about like when you use the tense D, it comes with the ku. Usually comes with the ku in the negation so that it shows it's the negation for the tense D, the past perfect, right? So now the same way, we have the ha showing it's a negation, ki showing the cross, and the ku showing which which tense we are talking about, like the past perfect. Then we have the nunuriwa, which shows it was not bought by somebody, but yeah, it's already. So we can say kiti. So kiti, no kiti.
So kiti. I have
so kiti.
I have a question about that with the ku. Do you ever put in ja? Haki ja?
No, ja, it's used for me. So let me just go back. Oh, don't worry. Actually, the next 2 sessions, even next week, we are still looking at these things because I know they are complex, and also most of the people, they are saying that they need to recap on most of the things, even just catch up, even on Patreon, just catch up on many things. So I may not post a lot of stuff, but I'll post like bonus stuff. But yeah, so for now, I'll just this week and next week, I'll just let everybody catch up on everything before I can add more materials. So let me find this one. I think I talked about the tenses. Let me see. At the beginning of this. Oh, yes. Okay. So now we have this one now. So when we talk about, we were talking about people, right? But you can see the same analogy. We have si kulima. Oh, you can see like the ku, it's there. So like this. So the ku for the read. But when I use a ja, always it means I'm talking about, you know, me. Wakati uliotimilika. This is a present perfect, not the past perfect. I will change. So, so we can say sijarima, ujarima. So the moment I use a ja, it means like the present perfect, something that you just completed, you know, like this. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, I know. Swahili, it's always complex. I can see now that people have started zoning out. Today it was very heavy, small. This is already shutting down. but but I would say that these are like some of the things that we will get used to that at the end of the day, because this was just like a crash course to show you things, because these are like things which take of like part of 1 year to teach you, but I've been teaching you for the past like 2 months in like, you know, feeding you. So even if you bulb or you throw up a little bit, I'll be fine with it. I'll understand.
No time to digest the food that we're getting.
Yes, you did not have time to digest it. Yes. So yeah, so also this. So yeah, so you can see now we have kiti akikununuliwa. So which means like specifically because we have the ri, okay? So what if I was to change like kiti? So we can say the same sentence. So kiti, so kime, okay? Kime nunuliwa. Almost the same, but with a different tense, okay? So kiti kime nunuliwa, right? So now when we negate this, that is where we have a ja. So we say kiti aki ja nunuliwa, because we used a me, okay? So you can see that. So kiti akija nunuliwa. So now we have the ja, okay? Then what if I was to say in present tense? So kiti kina nunuliwa. So kina nunuliwa. It's being bought at the moment. So kina nunuliwa. So when we say this one and we go to like the negation, we can say ha ki nu nu li wi. Okay? Ha ki nu nu li wi. So we have a key there. Yes, akinunuriwi. So it's not being bought. Then what if we are talking about the future? So kita, okay, kita nunuliwa, okay, kita nunuliwa. So when we go to the negation, we can say hakita nunuliwa. It will not be bought. Akita nunuliwa. So you can see that this, unaona? Please, yes. Can you see something?
I do.
Yes. Yes, I know that.
Could you
yes, sometimes, yes, right?
Could you just translate each one of those into English so I get which tense, just so I can connect it? Can you say kiti, haki?
Okay, so let me just put it for you, kidogo. So let me say, I'll start with present tense. So we can say kime, okay? No, not ke. So kina nunuliwa. So kina nunuliwa. So kiti. Let me just put for you. So kiti. So kiti kina nunuliwa. So the chair. So the chair is being bought. Okay, the chair right now it's being bought. So kinanunuliwa. So the chair is being bought. Then we say Kitty. So Kitty kimenunuliwa. Okay. So Kitty kimenunuliwa. We can say the chair has been bought. Okay. The chair has been bought. Okay. Then we can say Kitty. Okay. Kitty kita. Okay. Kitty kita nunuliwa. So the chair will be bought. So the chair will be bought. The chair will be bought. Yes, will be bought. Yes. Then Kitty kilinunuliwa. Okay. Kitty kilinunuliwa. Okay. Okay. Kilinunuliwa.
Chair was bought.
Okay. Yes, the was. So the chair was bought. Tuko pamoja sasa.
So that's the kina, kime, kili, kita.
Yes.
Kina, kime, kili, kita.
The chair was bought.
Yes,
yes, the chair was bought. So, so how is that this for you?
It's good. It's good. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I've got it. Very good. Thank you.
Yes. So I'll try to see if I'm able to compile these things later, maybe in like I'll try to see if I'm able to compile it though. So in like a Google Doc, because the good thing, this one is always saved and I can remove all the timestamps and everything. Or do I keep the timestamps for you? I don't know. But I'll just see what I can do and yeah, just save it and I'll send it over for you guys. Yes, so I'll say like this. So we still have like more things to cover. So this one, this was the session. So I know that this is like very confusing stuff. And actually this is like, yes, that is what I'm saying, Marina. I'll compile this one, the chat history. That is what I'll compile and send it in a Google Doc or a Google Sheet. And maybe when I post this session, I'll just put it maybe attached there, but also in the groups. If I don't send it, just remind me to give you this one. Yes, I may forget, but remind me to just send it to you. And you are able to follow almost everything. Yes. So this is like the heart of Swahili. That's why I'm taking my sweet time to like, you know, teach this one because I know that it's always complex for people. This one, you know, there is mostly like 2 syllables or 3 syllables, but they are like almost 25 prefixes to deal with and very different, and the negation and their negations. So that is almost 50. So they are very small ones, but a little bit confusing. But once you understand them and you know, just know them, you'll be throwing in Swahili. Yes. Tuko pamoja? Yes, okay. So, so I'll just ask, do we have any question, anything, any comments about this? We just continue next week. We finish up the literature that is remaining here. Then now from there, we can look a little bit about the story. Then we can look a little bit about the subject prefixes and other things. Yeah, that we talk about them. Yes. So this one's also very important. Yes. Tuko sawa?
Yeah.
So,
Sawa.
Marina,
Ndio.
Jed, tuko na
Ndio.
swali.
Sawa. Hai, hapana. Ha?
Mko sawa wote? Okay.
Sawa.
So anyways, yes, nitasema asanteni sana kwa kuja. I hope you learned something, okay? I know the class was a little bit intense with these prefixes things, but I'll say thank you for your time and I hope you learned something. And we have another session on Saturday with Eduardo. So Eduardo, we talked with Eduardo. We just need to diversify and create more opportunities for people to speak Swahili and also learn Swahili from different perspectives. So if you have time, you're welcome to join the session on Saturday with Eduardo. And every other Tuesday and Thursday, panapo majaliwa ya Mola. So
on the Tuesday,
with God's help,
on the Tuesday
yes.
sessions, because isn't that like B level? Can I join
No,
and just listen anyway?
we it's not like B1, it's like A2. I would say like it's actually almost welcome for almost everybody, but just know that you know, it's like a way to give you motivation to speak. You know, like you may not understand everything, but just, you know, speaking, you know, like creating more opportunities to speak, because like in this session, you know, I'm usually talking, teaching you grammar. And how do you get to practice this kind of grammar? How do you get to identify these kind of things? It's by listening, because that is also like a way of learning any language, listening and trying to speak. It's a very big part of any language. So it's not like for B1 exactly. I know that I say it's for intermediate, but it's for people like intermediate. Marina has come there from time to time, but it's for like A1, A2, B1, but just know that we are geared up towards talking only. So, and every time we just try to, if you have somebody who does not understand everything, we just try to put it in the chat, but we just try to talk, you know, just practice to talk and you see if you can understand. Yeah.
Okay, I've
So
been
that's
avoiding
why.
it, thinking it was maybe not, you know, too advanced, so I was avoiding it, but okay.
Yeah, it's like a place just to like for people to just talk, because this one you can see it's a grammar class, right? So which means we don't have like a place where we can just talk freely. So which means like that one is like the session just for practicing how to talk. It's like when you went to like the, how do I say, like here in Kenya, when you are taken like to the driving school, they go and in the driving school, they give you like the board, they give you the rules of the road, you run them theoretically, but at the end of the day, you need to take the vehicle to the road where you can practice. And when the instructor sees you're making certain mistakes, they can take you to like, you know, it's a controlled environment. It's like, we can say this session is like me taking you like to the parking lot of you know, Target or whatever, where you can practice, you know, the driving. And from there, once you are confident enough, you can go to the main highway or the interstate and do whatever. So that is like the essence of this. Yes.
Maswali.
Yes, so now Jed.
Kuna vitabu ambavyo mtu anaweza kununua.
Yes, there's some books. But I thought we always share books from time to time when we get a chance. So there's some books that were shared, Uliziona, like PDFs, but you can always get them on Amazon. But I thought maybe, but we have many books here in Kenya, so we can always. But if you get a chance to come here in Kenya, I can get you some very good books in Swahili, which you can just use. They are like for kids-ish, like grade 3, grade 4, but they are good for even somebody trying to learn Swahili. Although they are purely in Swahili, but they are good. Yeah. But we have PDF books which I can always share whenever I can. Yes. So if you need them, you can tell me and I can share some of them with you. Yes. Si sawa hapo?
Nashukuru.
Yes. Just tell me and I can share some of them with you. Even you, Riz and Marina, if you need them, just inbox me personally and I can share some of them. Yes, because I know that, yeah, a lot of people, they are sharing. And also, if you need any Swahili resources, I have a list of Swahili resources I can share with you. And also, Eduardo, we do share a lot of Swahili resources. You can always ask him. We are not like selfish with our Swahili resources. You can always even ask Eduardo to share with you. So that is also another person who, like, I know that has almost, because there's a time like I lost my computer and he shared all my Swahili resources that I shared with him and I just got almost everything. So even him, he can give you some very unique Swahili resources that we usually use, especially when we have like other private sessions with him. Yeah. So he can give you even those. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, I need you guys, muongee Kiswahili kizuri. Yes, you're already speaking better than me, but I just need you to be, you know, on top there. Yes. So I'll finish. Yes, karibu.
Tutaongea baadaye.
Absolutely. Nashukuru pia kwangu kwa kuja. And nitasema kwaherini, kuweni na weekend njema. Have a great weekend. And on Saturday, like I said, if you get a chance, you are welcome to join Eduardo on the session. So he will give you a link. I don't know if you will use my Zoom or you use Google Meet, but either way, we just go there and we try to read stories or we do whatever he has planned for us, but to just get more opportunity for us to learn Swahili in different ways. Not only my way, it's the correct way. Everybody uses different methods of learning, right? But this is like the method that I find much convenient, and for everybody, it's an almost standard method, but you may find even other methods, they are just helping you to learn. So, tutaonana Jumamosi. If not, tuonane Jumanne. Kama si Jumanne, tuonane Alhamisi kama ya leo. Okay, so if not on Saturday, see you on Tuesday. If not on Tuesday, see you on Thursday like today. Sawa sawa. So, kuweni na wakati mwema. Yes.
Okay. Asante sana.
Kwaherini.
Kwaheri.
Yes.